YouTube, we're back with some more Saga Frontier. All right, here's the deal. I wrote this down. So we're on our 6th quest. We did Red's quest starting in July 2018, Emelia's in August 2019, Riki's in December 2020, Loot's in March 2021, and T260's somewhat recently in July 2023. So it's been literally over 5 years, and we're still not done yet, because we have one more after this.
Yep.
So let's start Asellus. We're going to use Blue as the last one, because when you beat the final quest, you get to keep that party and fight a bunch of optional, like, crazy hard bosses, and Blue is by far the strongest character.
And he gets one of the best parties.
Yes, he gets an amazing party.
Red possibly might have a better party, but Blue by himself is the best character in the game, by far.
So, Blue has one of the worst stories. However, Asellus has probably the best story. So let's...
Really good.
Hope you're ready for some amazing Baroque music and just... This... Asellus's has the best setup and definitely the best theme of all 7 of them. The whole darkness and everything.
Yes.
Now, this one is odd because it has a narrator. And I forgot this until I played it again today, but the narrator is this girl, Gina.
Yep.
Yes, we're done for today. Okay, good night. My name is Gina. I've been working for a master tailor for 3 years as a live-in maid. I don't think I have to press anything, do I? Okay, I do. Never mind. At first, I hated the dark atmosphere of Rootville. But eventually, I got used to things, including the tyranny of Chateau Aguil. I think. Aguila. There is no entertainment in this village, and the attic is my only refuge from this madness.
How are you used to this? That sounds awful.
There are many precious dresses up here in the attic. Every year, we design a suit of clothes for someone in the castle. We've worked on at least 10 outfits. So, they're signifying that it's been 10 years since something happened. My co-workers say they are for the young prince in the castle. They say this prince has been asleep for years. I imagine seeing this prince and wished he would wake up tomorrow. I wonder what fate awaits him. Da-da-da-da-da. Now, pay attention because something's going to flash on the screen real quick. Like, now-ish? Maybe after we go to the next next part. And I'm not gonna press it. It like just happens in like a half second.
Yeah, this is the coolest premise. This is the best setting. Like Red is probably the.
There we go. Yeah, so those horses. Huff puff, a dream. What a nightmare that was. My one complaint about this is Asellus's purplish text is really hard to read for me personally sometimes. Where am I? My shirt's torn. A blood stain? Is this a hospital? You're awake. Humans wake up quickly. Who are you? Where is this? What happened to me? I am not here to answer your questions. My job is to report when you're awake. Report to who? My aunt? You are still not aware of what really happened, huh? You're in Facinaturu. This region is ruled by Orlog. Orlog? Orlog. I'm going to say Orlog.
Yeah.
Wait, who's God. I gotta calm down. Okay, I was on an errand for my aunt to Dr. Akanagi's house. Dr. Akanagi, by the way, is Red's dad, if I remember correctly.
Oh, yeah.
Then, on the way back, I got ran over by a carriage. Wait, why would there be a carriage in this day and age? There is if you live in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania.
Yep, literally.
Man, I must still be confused. What's wrong with me? Well, first I gotta find out where I am. Maybe I'm still dreaming. Okay. Before I go into this, the one thing I will say about Asellus's beginning of her quest, first of all, Facinaturu, the place you're at, you only ever get to be in this place where Asellus is right now in Asellus's quest. It is completely unavailable in every other quest. If you weren't sure what you were doing, I could see it being extremely confusing as to what to do, because this game, as we've seen in other quests, you have to get to certain markers, and by markers I mean certain, like, events that happen.
Flags.
Flags, yes, thank you, flags. And to flag certain events in here can be really confusing. So much so that I could see you just going around over and over again, so... Hopefully, I just did this like 3 hours ago, so hopefully I remember.
Yeah.
What is this?
I definitely remember that there's a lot of just going to random rooms, seeing like someone, and then you go to somewhere else.
There are people inside. Are all of these? They're kind of coffins,
Man,
but why?
Whenever we come back to Saga Frontier, I'm like, oh, this movement speed, it's so good.
It's just the best. Okay, so now... Oh yeah, okay, so here's something. So when you're in here... Get exactly where they are. So you find these random items. There's a bunch of them. Here's the problem. When you leave, my body, it feels so heavy. And you drop all the things you pick up. Because it's only when you come back later in the game, at the very end of the game, that you can actually have them. Because those were really, 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 really good items.
Isn't like Silver Moon the best katana in the game?
I think so, yeah. And Harmonium armor is very good, and yeah. I wonder what this is. So you have to go here first. This is this place is kind of set up like a maze, like not super, but kinda. So you go in that portal, and the first flag you have to do is you have to come down here, where the flowers are. They got flowers everywhere. The king of this region's got good taste.
White rose?
Teleports behind you. Nothing personal, kid.
Oh. Why is her blood not red?
Interesting.
Make me ponder.
Yeah, Asellus's overall story is just the best. The whole setup. I could play an entire 20-hour game based off like this kind of thing, and we'll go into it more. So whoever that is, the person with the flappy arms or whatever, said purple blood. Now Asellus wakes up. I am alive. No wound? Is this a nightmare? Please let me wake up. So I find this funny. So this area right here is the very end of her quest. Like literally you go up here and it's the end.
Yep.
So this is the guy who just stabbed you. Leave! And the only reason he's there is to stop you from going, further.
But they've proven that they can't get rid of Asellus, and she's not immortal, but she's not human anymore.
Yes. Yes. Alright. So this is where... That was the first flag. Now, if I remember correctly, what we have to do now that Orlog, who that person you just saw you, he notices Asellus-sama, and because he noticed you, now you can go down to his throne room. Again, the flags are kind of weird. Normally you would just be going around forever until you're like, okay, what is going on? But, yes, okay, so we got that. And there's a lot of stuff set up. What's your name? My name is Asellus, but shouldn't you introduce yourself before asking others their name? By the way, if you look at Orlog, the guy at the top, I always used to think that, like, the flowing things near his head were, like, arms.
Yeah, like he's just doing something
like he's just being weird and, like, having his arm, but, like, clearly it's, like, hair or something.
Yeah, some sort of ornament or something.
Yeah, it's definitely not obviously his arms. Insolent! Asellus, a lovely name, and spirited too, I like that. Shouldn't you tell me your name? Charm Lord, Merciless King, Protector of Rose, Ruler of Darkness, Pursuer of Beauty, Supreme Judge, Ruler of Facinaturu, Lord of the Castle, Mystic Lord Orlog. Mystic? You're a mystic? I am a human. I have no business with you. Let me go home. You saw your blood in the flower garden, didn't you? It was purple. You are no longer human. It's a lie! You were stabbed with Chiato's sword, but where's your wound? Even before that, you were dead, run over by my carriage. The only reason you're even alive is because of my blood, mystic blood. Real human blood and blue mystic blood have made your blood purple. Now you're a half-mystic. I am. Although you're half-human, as a mystic, you still have a great obligation to our kingdom. Ildon. Yes, my lord. Why? You are in charge of the girl. Yes, my lord. But lord, perhaps Ildon just isn't right for the job. Just in case. Quiet, Chiato. Our lord knows what he is doing. Ildon will do. He's both agile and skilled with the sword. Half-mystic. Ildon will be perfect to teach her the power of mystics, but we need someone else to teach her some manners. I'll wake Princess White Rose. These two will do for the girl's education. Ildon, get her some decent clothes. So obviously Asellus is still, like, has no idea what's going on. Blue blood, purple blood. Accept your fate. Be grateful we are taking such good care of you, even though you're only half mystic. Let's go. Go where? Hello? Is anyone in there? Didn't you hear what Lord just said? We're going to Rootville to get you a dress. We placed the order long ago. So, I don't know if they specifically say it, but Asellus has been asleep for like 10 years. But in Mystics... So Mystics are essentially vampires, is pretty much the best way to put it. Because Orlog gave you a blood transfusion to allow you to live, and because of that you're a half mystic. So half human, half mystic. Almost like an Alucard kind of thing. Time to them is like nothing compared to humans.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're immortal or what the deal is.
I mean, even in the first cutscene, she's been asleep for 10 years, and they still say, you wake up quick.
You wake up quick, right. So, like, you can assume some of those people in the coffins are
literally
mystics in the
centuries,
coffins.
probably.
Yeah. So I think it's this one. This is where Asellus meets Gina. This was my first encounter with Lady Asellus. I was terrified when I saw her covered with blood. It sounds odd, but she looks so beautiful. Good evening. It is an honor that a noble mystic would visit my lowly shop. Go get the dress I ordered. Yes, just a moment. Put it on her. Pardon? Hurry up. Yes, sir. Gina. So the thing that's interesting to me is, like, why would these humans even, like, live here if they're, like, constantly frightened of these? It would be like in Castlevania, if you live, like, right outside of Dracula's castle and you, like, work for them, I'd be like, heck no. Now you look like a mystic. Let's go back to the castle. Thank you for coming. So that dress has been there for like 10 years. Or I think they said they made a dress every year for 10 years. It wasn't a prince. Either way, it's a mystic. I was very troubled to find out that Charm Lord was actually a woman. But Lady Asellus' splendid appearance was forever imprinted in my mind. What an awesome story. I just love how this is all set up. Okay, so next up, we have to go to White Rose. So, and there's one very specific thing that we don't have to do, but we are going to do so we can get a character later, and I'll explain that in a little bit. So, White Roses is over here to the right. I don't know if... Okay, no. A character appears there if you're alone, but since I have Ildon and he's kind of like the lapdog, there's a lot of stuff you can't do with Ildon, and we'll explain that a little bit.
Yeah, you have to like get him out here.
So hopefully you know to go here to this room to get White Rose.
Yeah, as we said, like every single playthrough, we love Saga Frontier. It's one of our favorite games, but easily the worst part about it is just how obtuse everything is and how little they explain and how much flag hunting there is.
Yeah, I mean, they said White Rose, but they certainly didn't say, like, what to do or where to go, by any means. She is the 46th princess, Princess White Rose. I haven't seen you in a while. Ildon, long time no see. Seems like nothing's changed. Princess White Rose is the kindest arch-princess in Facinaturu's history. What's an arch-princess? I'll tell you everything later, about mystics, myself, and Lord Orlog. Let's go. Okay. So, let us go first over to the other side. I never knew about this until I read it in a fact just a couple hours ago. But, so we're gonna head over here. So this is Princess Rei's, R-E-I, place. And you need to visit this twice. I'm pretty sure it's in here. Okay, this is Princess Rei's room. Princess Rei was Lord Orlog's first princess. She was also the only one to ever escape from the castle. Princess White Rose, you're not supposed to talk about her. Sorry, Ildon. Want to know something interesting? The night you were run over by the carriage, the Lord was hunting Princess Rei. So obviously it's been a while and they've been hunting Princess Rei. Alright, so...
They also alluded to the fact that Asellus definitely can't leave, and now she's basically a prisoner.
She's basically a prisoner, yeah. And they'll go into that more. So you have to go there twice. You have to go there with White Rose and Ildon, and again with just White Rose. Because reasons. Alright, so...
Yeah, because Ildon doesn't want White Rose to talk about her.
Yeah, and I think when you go again with just White Rose, she explains a little bit more. So we're going to head up here. This is the... Actually, let's head down and visit the only shop in Facinaturu. Ooh, hello. How can anyone get used to a creepy place like this?
That's great.
What's the matter with you, Rastaban? Facinaturu is eternal, unaffected by the passage of time. I've been waiting for someone to reset its clock. I believe it's you, Lady Asellus. You think this human girl possesses that kind of power? You sure don't know how to judge mystics. What are you two blabbing about? You'll see.
She is the most great.
Yeah, many mystics are already afraid of Lady Asellus' growing power. Runs. He's as intense as usual. Rastaban, he finally snapped.
Wait, Rastaban's a guy? I never knew that. I thought it was always a girl.
He must really be trying to show you respect. That was Rastaban. Is the only one happy around here? Pardon? All the men in this castle are always frowning like they're constantly oppressed. Yes, I never thought of it, but you're right. He is a little different. There is another. There is another.
Are they talking about Zazma?
Yes, who I think we will see in a little bit. But first, we want to go to the one shop here. You inherited the blood of Lord Olug. Why? He never once recognized my talent or my loyalty. He won't even let me live in the castle. I can't stand that he chose some human girl to be his princess. No, Gozerus. Princess White Rose, it's been a long time. White Rose explained. An accident, that makes more sense. I couldn't believe this stupid-looking girl would be chosen to be princess on her merits. Sorry for looking stupid. You'll never make a good princess with that kind of attitude. Take this, look at you some jewels. Want to buy something? Alright. He doesn't take human money, he only takes life points. So, when you look here, life points, LP, she has 8. When you die, you don't die, like, for real, you just get knocked out. And you have 8 times that you're able to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the Asura, which is the best sword in the game. Takes 3 life points, which, puts me down to 5, but absolutely, I don't know how to beat this Asellus' quest without it, to be honest, unless you, like, really, 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 really hardcore grind.
Yeah, Asellus is, you have to deal with a lot of mystics, and mystics are really weird in this game, just like all the non-human,
Right. Alright, so now we're going to head back, and we're going to go, we don't have to do this, but I just kind of want to show it off. I'm not in any real hurry to go through this, quest, because it is comfy as all get out.
And Asellus is a half mystic, so she has the properties of human and being a mystic, but Asellus is not necessarily a great character. She's not like the weakest. She's not a loot, that's for sure, but she's not necessarily that good either.
So, this is the training ground. So it's just Asellus, and if you came with just the knife, you would probably lose. But I'm gonna try. Oh, she might be dead. Yep, almost. She only has 70 HP, so this better kill him. Hey! When I use the Asura, you'll see why it's so friggin' awesome. But I think I have to fight 4 fights, and I only have 10 WP, so I can only use it twice. Alright, I have to use it here, because this thing's way too strong for me. So awesome. So yeah, compare 846 to, what was I doing, like 50?
And like, Asellus has like less than 10 strength, probably.
Yeah. Now, the one thing about the Asura is you don't gain normal abilities like you would from normal swords. So that's the one negative about it. I can't learn like double slash or triple slash or anything like that. I probably will still die here, because I only have 75 HP, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use it on Living Lance, and then hope I can defeat the other thing, which, again, I probably cannot. Oh, yep, I probably can. Sweet. So I don't have enough to use this again. So we'll look at the difference here. Ah, yes. Just no criticals, and I can take 2 more hits.
I think it might have like a cleave ability. Hopefully it doesn't use it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. I'm dead.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's not... This is training, so I don't actually die. But I just wanted to show it off. Yeah, there's only 3. Let's break for the day. I'll teach you the secrets of mystic fighting. If you lose every time, he says something like, that's no good. So it does change. That is not something, as far as I'm aware, that you have to do. But it gets you a little bit of experience. Also, you don't lose LP or WP or anything. So
yeah, you have 75 HP now.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Okay, so yeah, huge difference. So we're going to head back to Asellus's room. When we go to Asellus's room, they leave. Let's break for the day. Which, again, if time doesn't mean anything, what does that mean? But I'm just asking the questions. All right. So first, we're gonna go see if we can see Zazma, who would be over here. And here he is. So this is a cool character. So you're the human girl who inherited Orlov's power. Who are you? Stop staring at me. Aggressive for a human. This should be interesting. Someone's coming. I'll see you around. Did you talk to Zazma? Infidel! How dare he sneak into the castle? He might still be around. His name's Zazma. I don't think you necessarily have to do that, because you see him later in the game. He's kind of a somewhat important character. Wait, exactly what is your relation to Orlog? What's an archprincess? I believe humans call them mistresses. A mistress? Of course it is different from human relations. Lord Orlog took my blood, making me a mystic. By ending my human life, he granted me eternal life. Again, like super vampire vibes. His charm is irresistible. I don't feel any attraction to him. I suppose you're immune to his charm because his blood is in your veins. Not only that, you've also inherited his mystic power. I don't need any power. Whether or not you will develop mystic power within you is up to you.
Oh, so that's why they call her the Charm Prince.
That's enough talking for now. So, we're going to go into this much more later, but there are 3 endings to Asellus's, and we can only do one of them. There is full human, half mystic, and full mystic, depending on how much you use mystic abilities. I'm going to go for full human because I feel like that's what Asellus would want.
Yeah, also mystic stuff sucks.
Yeah.
So you don't even want to use it.
These coffins, are they all? These coffins are our refuge as well as our prison. Lord Orlog never lets go of any of the things he has acquired. How childish. Okay, so now we're going to go back over to Princess Ray's. And this should unlock her that we can use her later in the game. This is peak Saga Frontier. Just having to do a random thing twice in an area you can't go back to get a pretty decent character later in the game is like as peak as it gets, Saga Frontier. Alright, let's see if she comes out. Princess Ray was Lord Orlog's first princess. How did she get away? She committed suicide, and by using the circle of birth, she was reborn into human flesh. Now, even Lord Orlog has trouble finding her. Cycle of birth. I can't possibly be reborn. Okay, so I think that allows us to get Ray later, and we will find that out soon, actually. So
a mystic commits suicide, you can be reborn to a human? That's weird.
Yeah, I don't quite understand.
Yeah.
I will say, I haven't played this quest again. I probably played about an hour today, so I don't remember all of the story. So I want to break for the day, because, and this is probably the weirdest flag in this part, and it would drive me crazy if you were just, like, first of all, you would have to not have anyone with you. Then you have to come down here. Yeah. Then you have to go up here. Then you have to come back down. I hope this works. Yeah, there we go. And then this guy's here. Hey, want some good information? Ignore me, huh? Nice attitude. I guess you don't want to know how to get out of here. Tell me. Go into the bar in Rooteville and talk to a human there. Why are you telling me all this? So literally, you have to go up there to where the trading ground is, not have White Rose, because he wouldn't do it if White Rose is there. The whole thing about, like, the Mystics that I really like is they're all, like, kind of like backstabbing. Like, they all obviously fear Orlog.
Yeah, I mean, that's the guy who stabbed you, and...
Literally backstabbing, yes. But they're like, he wants you to leave because he doesn't believe in, like, your power or whatever.
Also, he knows that Orlog is gonna hunt her down.
Right.
So, he just wants her to die.
What a depressing bar. What happened to the entertainment around here? How about some music and dancing? First time here. Nice bar, by the way. Just one patron, nobody working there. No, it's just I don't really get out to bars too often. Where are you from? What do you mean? I'm from Facinaturu. Don't lie to me. I need to get out of here. If you're talking business, then you better have money. I don't have any with me, but I know where I can get some. Here's the key to the house below. Follow the secret passage to the cave and don't forget my money. So that's how you get out of here. However, if I want to go here, she's like, how do I get money? So again, another very specific flag / key that you have to do is You have to go get White Rose and not Ildan, because if you have Ildan, he obviously he's like a lapdog. He doesn't want you to leave, and he, like, follows Orlog. Whereas if you get White Rose, she'll be like, well, I was told to protect you. So she's more kind of, like, neutral. She's not like, yeah, F Orlog, but she's more like, you're gonna do what you're gonna do, but I was told to protect you, so that's what I'm gonna do. At least at this point in the game.
Maybe that pilot line that he's from this place, maybe the humans here are also just trapped.
It's definitely possible. Again, the fact that Saga Frontier is set up into 7 different quests, when they give you such an amazing start like this, you're like, oh my god, I just want this to go on forever. I want Asellus' quest to be 25 hours, but it's not, obviously, because they're all in their stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have any. Ildan probably has some money. No, don't ask him. I need money to get out of here. I see. I don't know exactly what humans use for money now, but I do have some precious metals. Perhaps they will do. Thanks, White Rose. I will come with you since Lord Olog appointed me your caretaker. Okay, thanks. So now you are all set to leave. However, if you go to Ildan, you will not be set to leave, because then you'll have to just start it all over again. So we are just going to go ahead and leave.
Yeah, White Rose is just weirdly just randomly kind.
She's very neutral at this point. Later on, from my memory, she gets more of like, wow, now that I've seen the real world, I understand that Orlog sucks and all this.
But Asellus literally just upfront told her that I'm trying to leave this place, which I'm sure White Rose knows is a bad thing.
Right.
But she just goes along with it.
Okay, so it's time for us to leave. Yeah, let's go in here. And let's go talk to the best character. Please. Who gave you this information? Chiato told me. But why would he have a bad feeling about this? Yeah, Chiato is clearly like a piece of crap. Oh yeah.
Yeah, for people that don't know, Saga Frontier, when you're fighting really, really low level enemies, it's really not worth it at all because you do not get any stat ups. There's no level ups in this game, but the game detects like the difficulty of the enemy and rewards you based on stat ups based on that. It's a little bit of a complicated system, but usually when you go in these story fights, you're going to get absolutely nothing that's worthless.
Right. Yeah,
She got
WP.
Asellus has 75 HP,
and she didn't even get it.
The game is sort of it has progressing difficulty, just basically off of HP. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. He is not here. It was a trap. They're coming after us. Let me talk to them. No, I'll fight. No more childish pranks. Ildan found us. Let's go back to the castle. I'm responsible. Let the Lord punish me, Ildan. That's up to Lord Orlog. I'd rather die than go back there. I like how she was here for like technically like a day or whatever, you know what I mean? But she's like, no! Sorry I'm late, hurry, get on.
What? White Rose.
And then White Rose is just like,
Sure.
You brought a filthy machine to Facinaturu. Also, I love these title cards. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so the Mystics don't want aircrafts here, so yeah, the humans are definitely just trapped.
Is this your first time on a plane? My lord will be upset. Everything will be fine.
Why do you come along, White
Dude,
Rose?
She looks like Little Bo Peep on this, but like kind of like also a princess. Well, I guess she is literally a princess. But...
Yeah, the sprite in the game makes her look like she has like a big afro of flowers, but that illustration looks like she had actual hair.
Yeah. Shortly after, I found out Lady Asellus had left Facinaturu. Words can't express how I felt then. I feared I might never see her again. The members of Chateau Aiguille also found out about her escape. I'm gonna wave my arms, I'm so mad. Asellus and White Rose escaped from the region. Most intriguing. I'm curious what's going through the mind of that half-mystic. Although I'm not very pleased she took White Rose with her. What should we do with Ildan? Leave him. But Lord... This is what we call setting up how strong Orlog is.
It's literally doing a Darth Vader moment.
Yep. Don't ever question me again. Yes, Lord.
Oh my god, that's such a cool line.
Yeah. Alright, so sorry I'm late. I won't charge you next time, wherever you go. See the town while I get ready for the next flight. So that's our way of saying, you're stuck in Almi for now.
Oh, yeah.
Almi? I hardly knew me. Look at all these flower petals on the river. I think you have to do this. I'm not 100% sure. They're forming letters. Can you read it? Water mystics are looking for the missing daughter. Water mystics? They're mystics that live in bodies of water, like rivers, lakes, or the ocean. They're very timid. You rarely see them. Some must be living in this lake. A lost one, just like me.
She's just like me.
Do you know what a mermaid is? Thanks. I don't know if you have to do anything, but I'm just curious. Oh, I do not need to stay. Although, man, that is a fancy-looking hotel. Holy crap. I also, like... And I understand there's a lot of areas in a lot of games you don't ever have to go into, but, like, all of the specific artwork put into this for an area you literally never have to go in. And, in fact, you probably won't in, like, any of the quests. Just crazy. How do you like our lake? Splendid, isn't it? God, this game is just dripping with charm 24/7. Just 24/7. Hey, it's Captain Nelson. Then it was crap like MSG.
But MSG tastes amazing.
So you don't have to do it. Yeah, okay. But the person there was like, "Hey, our lord is hosting a water mystic." Although Almi's pretty darn small. It's this, and then you go to the Lord's Manor. So
you're ever gonna get stuck.
You would figure it out pretty quick.